Hi guys, Barth and Wayne is here and we're coming to you with our next figure review. And this is the Marvel Select Abomination. And he's a brute of a figure. I mean, like, he's big, he's detailed, he's mean looking. So stoked with him. Bought him about 2 months ago. And like, as you can see, he's a huge figure. I'll do some size comparisons later. But for now, let me get into the detail. So I'll bring up his face. So you see the lines and the shading. That his eyes are really, they're white with a blue tint along the edge. Comes out really nice on the camera there. See that? So there's scales around his neck. They're almost like burnt marks. They're really cool. Back of his head. So there. He's got a like flat. The flat head and the grin, or his face, just makes him look like a gremlin. It's kind of a, yeah, like I've seen him displayed with Gremlins figures, and he really does look the same. So get into now he's got these like on his back. It's really prominent. These like a shell almost, like armor. It's really cool. That goes up around his neck, on his arms there. So you can see, I think he's one solid piece, as you can tell by his like thickness. He's just so heavy. It's a really cool figure. So there's he's kind of got like a dull grey almost wash over the top with the bright green coming through up here and there. The camera doesn't pick the bright green up nice enough to do it justice, but it's really cool. So then we'll go to his back. Abomination ass. Back of his legs there. There's actually shading in the joints, which is kind of rare to find in a figure, I think. At least from what I've seen. Let's get onto his hand. So there's this shading in his fingers. Back of his knuckles there, lots of lines. And onto over here. He's almost got like a trace of the tendons in his hands. That's really cool. Onto his leg. His feet are really awesome. You see them there, got the same shading in the toes. The shell-like pattern on his back. No, there is a little bit of shading on the feet, so you see it goes here. And then it kind of just goes into this, I don't know, one advertising plaque on his foot. I know, like a figure detailing. So, yeah, he's really nicely detailed. Articulation-wise, he's kind of a little bit limited. I mean, seeing the size of him in detail, it kind of makes it worth it. But if you're an articulation buff, you might actually want to pass. So his arm only goes up to there, rotates the full 360. So just up to here and here. Single jointed elbows. They don't really go 90 degrees. So they go nearly 90. Yeah, so yeah, not much movement there. As you can see, wrist joint. He's got a waist joint, full 360 on that. Well, it looks like his legs are ball jointed. But it really looks like it. If you can see there and there. They're actually not. If you can see, it's cut from one solid piece. So his leg just kind of spins. It goes forward about a tad, like it kind of inches itself forward. This one even less so. Single jointed knees, so they do go full 90. With a ratchet in there. Love ratchets. And his ankle goes just a little bit forward. So yeah, I think it's pretty clear he's been cut from one solid piece, just because the flow on the figure is really nice, like the transition from one piece to the next, and their colouring. So he's got this little belt here as well. I don't actually ever remember seeing Abomination with a belt, but nice touch, I suppose. Even Hulks need to keep their pants up. So I'll give you a few comparisons. This is him next to good old Return of Marvel Legends Bucky Cap, who's the standard 6-inch figure. So you can see there, he comes up under his chest. So he's a huge, monumental figure. More even for his width. I mean, like, look at that. His arm is thicker than him. It's like he's gargantuan. So that's that. Compare him next to the Mac Gargan Spider-Man Classics Venom. So, like, he's just a huge, huge figure. I'll compare him to the Marvel Select Hulk. And while the Hulk does have him in height, you can see here, it isn't by that big a margin. Is it like, see that? Like it's a very slim height difference, and he's a lot thicker than the Hulk too. So he comes off as larger, while not necessarily bigger. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah, he's a huge, huge figure. The main gripe I have with him is his articulation. I mean, it is even less so than this figure. But if you're more of a, like, I don't know, he just kind of stands there, and like, detail wise he's awesome. I mean, look at that, like, his abs protrude from his body. It's like, I don't think you can, even these pants here have shading in them. You can pick that up. So yeah, I'd personally, I'd say buy him if articulation isn't a big deal to you. But if you are an articulation buff type of collector, you might want to skip. I know the Marvel Legends one, even that itself doesn't have that well articulation, is a lot better than him. So yeah guys, subscribe, like, view, comment, what have you. Just watch the videos and yeah, enjoy.